This thing on? It is on. All right. Where have the videos been? Honestly, they're in the computers. The files are in the computer, and I need to make videos. I've edited like 90% of quite a few of them, but I haven't done this part of them. Why haven't I done this part of them? Been trying to get this space redone. Been trying to get it redone. Wife painted. This was all pink. This was my daughter's room before she moved and went off, well, graduated college and then moved down to Orlando. I haven't finished this room, so I'm like living in a mess. And because I'm living in an unorganized mess, I haven't been making any videos. So we're gonna fix this mess right now. Let me show you what we're working with. This is my space. My space has door, the desk, back wall, pile of skateboards. Here's my lights. Here's my son's organized office space. We gotta fix this space. First, we gotta fix this pile of boards. We gotta put these boards away. First thing we gotta do is move this desk out of the way. Got a lot of boards here. I wish I could say this was the whole problem. It is not the whole problem. It is part of the problem, part of the addiction. So some of these are art pieces, some of these are ride, some are giveaway. If I told you there wasn't more in the garage and the walkway into the house, I'd be lying to you. So let's figure this part out first. Bucket one, bucket two. I just put one of my YouTube lights on, make it a little better. We got to sort these into two piles. I think there's riders and there's art. So Jay Adams just picked that one up. I actually have two of these. One I bought, one I got from someone online. I'm planning on skating this one and hanging this one. I don't know if you guys can see these are fitting in there nice and long. All right, Joyner Lucas deck. That's an art piece. Bill and Ted deck. My son got me for Christmas. That's an art piece. This is a board. Cover my last name. Board homie had made for me. Super sick. That's a keeper. Another board someone had made for me. Another homie. Cracked, broken. Robin Big board. Art piece. Kelly Hart deck. I think the Kelly Hart deck could be a giveaway board. When I say giveaway, I don't necessarily mean on the channel. I give a lot away at the park. I don't share that, but I think that could be a giveaway or a rider. We'll see. Habitat NASA board, definitely an art piece. Revive taco board. I like this board. I asked my wife for it. It was going to be a rider years ago for Christmas, but never got around to riding it. So it's kind of a keeper art piece at this point. Oh, Killian Martin, great rider for PAL. We're going to get to the riders. Nigel, his board company, did this for veterans one year. Nigel Jones? What's his name? Anyway. Force, that was a limited run Revive board. That was cool at the time. This is the 10-year anniversary Revive. I got it because, you know, a lot of people my age buy the old boards, and I was like, well, why don't I buy this board for some kid later to get? Iron Man, this is my son's. This is not mine. The board I got from Jackalope Fest. That was sick. Art board. Opera 8375. That's a rider. Dave Crab from Toxic. That was I won this. It's either a giveaway or a rider. This should not be in here. This is my very first flight deck. This should be in the garage or in the museum. This board's gotten some awesome videos. Salba pool cleaning. I have this board set up in a different graphic, so as of right now, this one is a art piece. This is a blank. I was gonna make a surf skate out of it. It's either a giveaway or a rider. G&S, sick board. This is probably, oh man, I don't know. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. We're gonna call it a rider for now. Ramon's board, rider, giveaway, who knows. This giant flight deck. This is going to be a future video board. This is going to be a free ride board. I've got all the stuff for it. Just got to set it up. 17-inch wheelbase on that. This is Plus Skate Shop, Orlando, Florida. This is their anniversary deck. It's also 35-year anniversary. It was done with zero. Super sick. That's a rider. G&S Doug Saldano. I've got one of these set up already, but this is probably a rider. I got the big autographed one. That's an art piece. Mike Vallely, Boulevard of Eagles. Got a couple of these. One set up. One's a future rider. Street Plant, which is no longer making boards. That's a rider. And G&S Street Chomp. This is the 88. I've got the 89 set up. This is the 88, I think. I think I'm saying that right. This is sick. This is a keeper. Art piece. All right, let's straighten these up. Got the 82nd Airborne Division Snake Farm boards. 838. Those are riders. Rider. Almost Impact. I've got two of these set up right now. Don't ask why. Rider. It's a Mandalorian deck. Keep that. Put that in there later. Boulevard of Eagles. We got one in the ride. We'll put one in the keep. This is a Street Plant board signed by Mike Vallely. That's a keep. Like I said, they're on a hiatus. No longer making boards. Grimple Sticks, Lance Mountain. Definitely a keeper. Could be a rider. I don't know. Oh man, I love Lance. This is probably a rider. Let's call that a rider. Welcome AFI deck. Super sick. Super sick. That's an art piece. Gordon Smith, Neil Blender. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to put in the riders, but this could be a keeper. Another G&S, Neil Blender. Super sick colorway. Haven't even opened it. Put that in the keepers. Got the Caballero. Got the Hawk. And then my favorites. Lance Mountain, Lance Mountain. Lance Mountain. Lance Mountain. And Lance Mountain. All super sick. Put these Pop them right there. Alright, we got our riders, we got our art pieces. Oh, forgot to put the Mandalorian away. I'm gonna move these out of the way. You might think they're going here, but they're not. Working in tight spaces. Like, all we have is this little walkway right now because I got these big boxes, everything I moved over there. This is where I keep my good boards that I ride, but don't ride all the time. I put some shelves on this wall because there's boards down here, but most of those boards go on shelves. So I want to put a shelf up. Got to find the studs. I've got a long shelf. And then I've got 2 skate racks. So we got to figure out how that's going to go. I know that the center, I don't even know if you can see me. The center for me, the way I'm going to put the desk is right here. Whether that's the center of the room or not, I don't care. That's where the desk is going to go. Boards are going to stick out a little bit here. And boards are going to stick out a little bit here. It's gonna be interesting, but we're gonna figure it out. I just like to say, like, I blame, what's his name, Garrett Jenner, for this video, because like I just want to go skate and share my skateboard adventures, but he's out there doing all those DIYs and fixing up his house, and like it's just kind of like, man, I need to fix my house. The cool thing about this shelf is you just got to mount this to the wall. And then later you just pop that in there and whoop, and you're good. And it's got these holes in the bottom. You just drill it in, lock it in place. So let's see how we can do that. It came with this hardware. I am probably not going to use this hardware. These things never really work good in drywall. Like, I don't know. I think I've got better stuff. Alright, I'm not supposed to turn my back on the camera. That's bad etiquette, but we're doing work here. So I think I want to go like right there. Right there's going to be good with the table, with the desk. The problem is the studs are here. You may think that I use the stud finder to find those studs. That's not true, because I don't have a 9-volt battery for my stud finder. So I used magnets earlier, and then I very tiny pinhole poked and made sure there was a stud there, and there was. So because here and here is our 2 studs, this has to be mounted between the studs. That means we're going into drywall. So we got to do a drywall mount. We got to make sure it's willing to hold allegedly 17 pounds. I think we can get to hold a little more. Here's the piece, right? It's got 2 holes on top, 2 holes on top, then 2 holes on the bottom, 2 holes on the bottom. They give you only 4 screws and 4 anchors. And their directions want you to do them across the top on both sides. Exhibit A. Alright. They want you to put this big thing in the wall. Ooh, put this big thing in the wall. And then behind it, screw this in like so. Alright. I think these round things don't really spread apart the way they're supposed to and grip the wall. I'm not a big fan of these. I don't think they work good. I think they rip up your drywall, and that's a pretty gnarly hole you got to put in. I know for a fact these things, magical things, work amazing. You put it in the hole, like you drill a hole, You pop this in the hole, and then you pull a taunt, and then you slide this plastic piece down, and then you screw through it, and boop, boop, boop. You get this big giant thing holding the wall versus this holding the wall, spreading open. I know that this is going to be open and it's going to hold against the wall. This hardware fits right through there real nicely. And I could do one top and one bottom so it's more secure. So we got to line this up on the wall. We got to mark our spots. And then we got to drill this. You see that laser? Probably doesn't look level to you. Let me turn this other light off. You can see this laser level. See that? That's level. That's level all day. So I put the red beam right across the bottom of the level so you can see it. And we're gonna go right there. I'm gonna put the laser level in the center of the holes right through the laser level. Boom, boom. Inside, or outside, inside, inside, outside. Alright, we got our spots marked. Now we're going to drill big ass holes. In case you're wondering, these take a half inch drill bit, but I'm not going to use a half inch, I'm going to use 3/8. So it's a little bit tighter, and then jam it through. Those are big gnarly holes. That's okay. And we're going to take this. Let's replace some of that excess. My wife just spent all the time painting these walls and just putting holes in them. I'm going to take this. Cam it in, tighten it up. And then just take these, slide them down, and then break it off. There's one. Boom, boom. I'm going to hammer those in when I'm done. Oop, didn't do that one very well. Boom. Alright, got those in. I did give them a little tap with the end of the screwdriver to make sure they're flush with the wall. It doesn't matter which way they're turning, they're going to be hidden. And you can see they all line up right there. See that? Magic. Let's drill them in. Only important part to remember on this is these holes got to be pointing down so you can drill it into the shelf later. Take this bad boy. Line up the holes. All right. Now hold on. Is it level? Come on now. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. Level as a baby. All right, so the box said this is good for 17 pounds. I don't see myself putting 17 pounds on it. I don't see myself putting a lot of pressure on it. But I wanted a shelf behind me. All right, 3 things done. We got the boards put in buckets. We got the skate rack put in. We got the shelf in. Now we got 2 of these. Ooh, 2 of these shelves to put up on each side of this. All right, this is what I'm thinking. We've got our shelf. I know there's a stud over here. I know there's a stud over here. I think I'm gonna take each one of these shelves, place it where I know the stud is, in fact, real close on each side of the shelf, and screw it in straight in, get a little starter. Laser level fell off the wall. Start over again. Don't be old and shaky. Again, there's no 2x4 here. I'm just getting that one in there to hold it straight, to take some weight off it, so then I can put the level on it. Make sure I get it as level as possible. Just right about there. Again, this is not what I'm going with because this is just drywall. So we're going to take these out. I'm not going to take all of them out. Let's take these out. I'm going to take all of them out. Take that one off. Boom. We can set that down. Pick up all our screws we dropped. And now we just go back over to this one. Do the same thing. These ones are in 2x4s. These ones are not, so that's why I didn't go all the way in with those yet. Alright. Now I'm going to take this off the wall, and then every place that's not a 2x4, I'm going to put the anchors in. Just for the record, I've dropped every drill bit and screw at least 95 times. 2 are going into 2x4s, 6 are going on drywall. Need 6 of these. Oh, that one looked good. That was a good one. Feel good about that one. Separate. Boom, boom. All right. Final product. Let's see how it all goes. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. I want it to be. It's not going to be. That took a little bit, but it's better. Ready to hold some weight. All right. Oh, we're getting places. Well, I think we can make some videos now. What do you think? Stay tuned. Hints, hints, and more hints. We're back in business. Go do something rad.